Nobody expected the New England Patriots to be one of the most talked about teams heading into this season. Just a few months ago, they looked lost. 4 wins, no identity, and a franchise that felt stuck in the past. But now, something's shifting. It's not just about a new coach, it's the way this entire organization is moving, with purpose, with urgency, and with a quiet confidence that feels dangerous. Behind the scenes, they've completely retooled the foundation, and the NFL hasn't caught on yet. They didn't make loud moves, they made smart ones. Mike Vrabel takes over the headset. Josh McDaniels returns to the booth. Stefon Diggs shows up in Foxborough. And all of it points to one thing. This isn't a rebuild, it's a realignment. What nobody's talking about is how clean the Patriots' reset actually is. No drama, no wasted motion, just calculated decisions built to fix the chaos of last season. And the scariest part? They're building around a quarterback they fully believe in, and this time, they're actually giving him a chance. But here's the twist that changes everything. Last year's disaster didn't break Drake Maye. It built the story they're about to tell. Because when you wipe the slate clean and give a raw talent the right structure, you don't just create progress, you create something dangerous. So now the question isn't if Drake Maye is ready. It's what happens now that he finally has the keys, the protection, and a real plan. But before we get into that, hit that like and subscribe button for more Patriots and all the NFL content. Let's aim for 350 likes on this video. Everything unraveled in plain sight last season, but the root of the collapse was deeper than fans realized. Jerod Mayo, once a respected locker room leader, was pushed into a job he wasn't ready for. The Patriots didn't just struggle, they looked directionless. Game plans were flat, in-game adjustments were non-existent, and the team lacked any identity on either side of the ball. Opponents didn't just beat them, they exposed them. But the real turning point came behind the scenes. Key voices in the building started to admit it privately. They rushed the transition from Belichick. Instead of structure, they had silence. And that silence was loudest on game day. Players looked confused, play calls were late, momentum disappeared before it ever started. That's why Robert Kraft pulled the plug early. And once he did, it wasn't just about hiring a new coach. It was about restoring credibility, direction, and urgency. That's where Vrabel enters. Drake Maye didn't get a rookie season, he survived one. Thrown into chaos with no real protection, no true number 1 receiver, and a system still figuring itself out, he was set up to fail. But here's the part people miss. He didn't. Despite the pressure, Maye flashed real poise. He moved the pocket, extended plays, and showed signs of a quarterback who just needed time, not miracles. He finished with 15 touchdowns and 10 interceptions in limited action, but numbers don't tell the full story. What mattered was how he responded to adversity. Against playoff defenses like Houston and Tennessee, he showed calm under pressure. He wasn't reckless. He wasn't overwhelmed. He competed. And that's all you can ask from a rookie in a broken system. Now he gets stability. Mike Vrabel sets the tone. Josh McDaniels calls the plays, and for the first time, Drake Maye has a real chance to grow. When the Patriots added Stefon Diggs, it wasn't just about boosting talent, it was about changing how defenses line up. Diggs still commands attention. Even at this stage in his career, he forces secondaries to play honest. That's exactly what a young quarterback like Maye needs. With Diggs on one side, the field finally opens up for the rest of the offense to operate. But it doesn't stop there. Rookie wideout Kyle Williams brings explosive speed and is already earning praise as a vertical threat. He's not polished yet, but his quickness adds something the Patriots have been missing for years. Demario Douglas, who had a breakout season last year, now slides into a cleaner role. No more carrying the load, no more forced targets, just production. This group may not have household names across the board, but for the first time in years, New England has balance, spacing, and real mismatch potential. The Patriots didn't just fix their offensive line, they rebuilt it from the ground up. Left tackle Will Campbell, a rookie out of LSU, was the anchor they desperately needed. He allowed only 5 sacks on over 2,500 snaps in college, and plays with the kind of balance and aggression you can't teach. He's not just ready to start, he's ready to lead. Veteran right tackle Morgan Moses adds toughness on the other side, giving the unit a veteran presence it lacked last year. Inside, Cole Strange returns healthy at left guard, and rookie Jared Wilson is already pushing to replace Garrett Bradbury at center. Wilson's tape at Georgia showed elite pass protection and smart movement off the snap. For the first time in years, New England's front five has depth, youth, and power. If they can keep Maye upright, this offense won't just move the ball, it'll start controlling games again. Mike Vrabel didn't walk into New England to mimic the past. He came to fix what was broken. He's not a placeholder, he's a tone setter. Players already feel the shift. More accountability, sharper focus, and clear expectations. Vrabel isn't just on the field during practice. He's in the offensive line meetings, correcting technique, pointing out flaws, and teaching leverage like a former player who's lived it. What separates him is his balance. He lets Josh McDaniels run the offense, but his fingerprints are everywhere. From special teams to defensive fronts, he's hands-on, and that matters to a team trying to reset its identity. Under his leadership in Tennessee, they won with toughness, not flash. Now that same blueprint is being applied in Foxborough. Only this time, the roster is younger, the ceiling is higher, and the stakes are personal. Vrabel's not just coaching, he's building a system that actually fits this era. New England didn't just draft a running back, they might have found their future workhorse. Rookie Trevion Henderson, taken 38th overall, brings breakaway speed, sharp vision, and the ability to catch out of the backfield. He's not here to sit behind anyone for long. Once he finds his rhythm, Henderson has the tools to take over games, something this offense has been missing for years. Ramondre Stevenson, the current starter, still has value. He rushed for 801 yards and 7 touchdowns last season, but ball security became a major issue. Inconsistent protection didn't help, but fumbles can't be ignored. If he doesn't clean it up, the door swings wide open for Henderson to take control. Antonio Gibson enters camp as a wild card. His role isn't locked in, but he could thrive on third downs. Overall, this backfield finally has competition, explosiveness, and depth. Exactly what a young quarterback needs behind him. The Patriots' defensive front has gone from patchwork to power. Christian Barmore, now fully healthy, is the engine of the line. When he's on the field, everything changes. He commands attention, moves linemen backward, and creates chaos without needing a blitz. Pair him with Milton Williams, who logged 5 sacks in Philly last season while taking on double teams, and suddenly, the middle of the pocket becomes a war zone. This duo isn't built to be flashy. They're built to ruin rhythm. And that's exactly what this defense needs in a division full of quick-trigger quarterbacks. On the outside, Harold Landry is back in a system that made him. His 9 sacks last season weren't a fluke. They were the product of technique, patience, and timing. Under Vrabel, Landry played his smartest football, and now that chemistry is restored. Keon White, still just 26, brings youth and violent energy off the edge. He posted 5 sacks as a rookie despite limited snaps, and his development could quietly turn this pass rush into something special. With Barmore crashing from the inside and 2 explosive edge rushers closing the pocket, offenses won't have room to breathe. So here's where things get interesting. The AFC East is loaded with quarterbacks who thrive on time and comfort. Josh Allen steps up, Tua unloads quick, Fields scrambles when things collapse. But this Patriots front? It's designed to force those moments early, ugly, and off script. But is it enough? Or does this unit need one more game changer before they can truly dominate the line of scrimmage every week? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because something is brewing in Foxborough, and it's about to get loud.